Okay, welcome back. I think it's time to clear up some disinformation that's floating out there. Um, One of the most blatant disinformation campaigns is the big head science guy. You probably see his video right next to mine. Look over there. Uh, this is, I don't know where he gets his information from. He produces all these videos is blatantly, obviously misinformation. And the one that upsets me the most is what he says about the Ceti, that the Cetis are grays. And if you look at that video, it's not ordinary gray, that's a Dow gray. Wearing a Tausation uniform. It is adding insult to injury. The Dow grays are like our mortal enemies. Okay, but if you look at the rest of it, like android women from Andromeda, or confusing the Hades with Alterans and making them look like this horned devil being, that is such obvious info. Another disinformation agent is the Galactic Federation of Light. Don't believe a word of the GFL. Pure BS. Don't trust them. It's all bad. What they said about the Ceti on that one is that it was originally inhabited by intelligent bear creatures that allowed human colonists and describing as having green and purple skin. That is so untrue. Alright, bears originally evolved on spaceship flying, and we brought them with us when our Tausation ancestors colonized pretty much what is Russia. Oh, by the way, Native North Americans via Siberia, Indirian. So, just to let you know. Okay. Okay, the ones I mentioned before, blatant disinformation. I mean, these people know what they're saying is lies, but put it out there anyways. You also have disinformation that comes from a form of spiritual disinformation, where the person is an unwitting participant. That comes in a lot of forms of channelings, people who have been, say, ritually abused because they do have abilities. Well, they think they escaped. Well, the cult will let them go. They've been compromised. Good example is Teal Swan. That cult didn't let her go. Alright, that cult, she didn't escape that cult. They let her go. Alright, and now, unwittingly, she's probably gets her information from Archeon or Mothman or something like that is factually incorrect. When you describe, say, 9th, 11th dimensional beings, that's disinformation. If you talk about orders of magnitude or densities, that's a different issue altogether. They can, by adding the word dimension with our concept of dimensions, it confuses people. It's just the whole point. You look at mathematic dimensions. A two-dimensional is height and width. Add depth for a third physical dimension, and the fourth physical dimension is linear time. And the fifth dimensional object is when the inside is larger than the outside. TARDIS and Doctor Who is a great example of that. Like a sixth dimensional object would be like a hypercube. Okay, but using the term dimension confuses people, and I think that's the whole point of that. I prefer the term order of magnitude. Some people prefer density. It's more accurate. So that's what I prefer to stick with. And another thing is, I don't really necessarily consider this disinformation, but this is more creating arrogance. Assuming that, oh, you're a Starseed, therefore you must be Pleiadian, and convincing everybody that, oh, you're Pleiadian. It's, quit that, guys. You're not the only ones out there, alright? Leave some room for the rest of us. I see a lot of people who mistakenly say, oh, I'm a Pleiadian Starseed, and if you look at them, no, you're not remotely Pleiadian. This is the way you can tell of your Starseed origins by following your nationality, your ancestry. It incarnates along ancestral genetic lines. So if you are Canadian, then most likely you come from Scandinavian ancestry. All right. If you don't, most likely you're something else. And comprise a list. I've actually posted on some of my Facebook groups how to tell. But another thing, a lot of people who aren't aware, like, assume, oh, I'm wiring. Okay, well, each and every last one of us at some point originated from wiring. Okay, that's kind of like, I don't know exactly. I know enough Pleiadian, so okay, I must be wiring. Search your soul. Your soul knows. All right. We can't all be Pleiadians, Octurians, or Lyrians. There's like at least 24 different types of starseeds out there. So, peace out.